Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Now, if this doesn't tug on the old heartstrings, I don't know what will. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Enjoy the video. What this guy does for our fallen troops in his spare time will choke you up. Amazing before and after pics. There's often a lot of pomp and ceremony associated with life in the forces. When I think of the big parades, celebrating victories, troops being honoured with medals, even the solemn folding and presenting of a flag at a military funeral. There's been a lot in the news lately, though, about our forgotten heroes, and what happens when they find themselves back at home on Civvy Street, often lost, without the structure and camaraderie of forces life. One amazing man who deserves his own 21-gun salute has had his story go viral recently due to the incredible efforts he's making to keep the memory of our fallen heroes alive. Everybody has their own way of honouring our fallen military heroes. We may light a candle in church, hold them in our prayers, share stories about them at family gatherings, or make sure the rest of the world knows and remembers who they were through the power of social media. Andrew Lumish from the Tampa Bay area may be putting one or two of us to shame with his incredible and selfless effort. He's a hard-working guy. He's busy with his job 6 days out of 7, and while most of us may want to kick back and enjoy our day of rest, that's not what my hero Andrew Lumish has in mind. I go to a traditional parish church, and I'm all too familiar with how cemeteries get overgrown, how once dear and precious people get lost and forgotten under years of dirt and grime as families grow, change, move away. But Andrew Lumish is determined that these military heroes are never forgotten. He spends his days doing something with far less pomp and ceremony than you might be used to. He goes into these overgrown, lost and even forgotten cemeteries and cleans the headstones, bringing them back to a glorious, bright cleanliness that honours those buried and keeps their memories alive. You might call him a good cemeterian. He does a proper job. Goodness knows he's had a lot of practice. First of all, he'll put the headstones in soak with plain water. Then he gets to tackling the build-up of dirt with a special chemical called D2. Then it's just a bit of good old-fashioned elbow grease. Out with the scrubbing brush and away comes years, decades or even more of ground-in dirt. Andrew applies the same level of skill and passion as he does to his day job, where he's a carpenter and upholsterer. I don't know about you, but after a hard week's physical graft, the last thing I need is to go outside and start scrubbing ancient stones. I can't imagine what kind of care and love there must be in the heart of this man to go out and do this. The most amazing part is the value he seems to place on all life, not just the recent and relatable. As you can see from the photos, Andrew is cleaning headstones that date as far back as the Civil War. There's one picture you can see where the writing was barely visible, and when it's all spruced up, it's revealed as being from the 1800s. That saying, "not all heroes wear capes," is doubly true here. Not just about the soldiers at rest in these quiet places, but of the one man who gives up his one day off to make sure their places of rest are kept in a condition these soldiers deserve: clean, respectable and honourable. And I'm not going to forget his wife. Some of you will know what an incredible blessing it is to have a wife who's there by your side, supporting you and encouraging you. And she must be one mighty fine woman to give up her spare time too, to come along and join Andrew in his campaign to make the world that little bit of a better place to be. It's these kind of people who make this planet the kind of place I want to be. And I hope we can all take some encouragement and inspiration from Andrew's efforts. Just imagine what kind of a world we could live in if we all went out of our way to do that little bit extra, not just for ourselves, but for our community, our planet, people we've never even met. Now, Andrew's not going to be getting a fanfare or a red carpet rolled out for him as he carries on with his thankless task. He does it because he thinks it's the right thing to do. God bless you, Andrew. We only know about this because Andrew puts before and after pictures on his Facebook page. He's proud of his wonderful work, and so he should be. Now we get the chance to play some small part in Andrew's effort by letting him know that we've seen him, we've seen his efforts. We think he's fantastic and we appreciate his hard work. Make sure you share this as far and wide as you can so Andrew and his amazing wife get all the celebration they deserve. Well, I don't know, I think you'd have to have a heart of stone if that didn't touch you somewhere deep inside. If you like these kinds of videos, then please subscribe because we've got stacks of this kind of stuff. It's what we do. So click subscribe and then click the little bell that appears so that you'll get notifications each time we upload a new video. Don't forget to share it with your friends and let us hear your comments in the boxes below. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the video.